Hi Scorpio, welcome to your November 2023 energy reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. If you are new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I have been focused mostly on providing monthly energy readings, but my schedule is opening up, so I do plan to start creating and providing additional and more consistent content on the channel. So definitely make sure that you subscribe if you want to stay up on what's going on over here. Scorpio, it is your season, so happy Scorpio season, and I hope you all have a beautiful birthday. It is November 2nd as I'm recording your reading. I started recording readings yesterday, and we obviously just had Halloween and Samhain on October 31st, and then yesterday was Dia de los Muertos. So if you do celebrate any of those traditions or holidays, I hope that they've been beneficial for you. We have come out of a really intense eclipse season. We had the solar eclipse on October 14th and the lunar eclipse on the 28th. And so I know individually everybody has been going through their own personal journeys and triggers and chaos, and then there is the collective chaos and lots of turmoil and anguish and triggers and scary things going on for sure. So I hope you're doing your best to take care of yourself, Scorpio, surrounding yourself with supportive people that have the capacity to hold space, whether it's trusted friends or a therapist or a coach or whomever helps you to find a safe place to express yourself and your emotions. Please do take care of yourself at this time. Again, this will be a general energy reading for the Scorpio collective for November. This is not meant to be a personal reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest, put yourself where you go. If you are interested in a personal reading, I will link the details below. Please note that the only way that you can schedule a reading with me is via my website. I will never reach out to you directly to solicit you for a reading, and no ethical or trustworthy reader will ever reach out to you to solicit you for a reading, so please be aware of that. Also, please know that this is my only YouTube channel, and all of my social media handles are linked below, and the handle is exactly the same on all platforms that I have, at the Path Illuminated. No special characters, no spaces, no numbers, no punctuation, so just be aware of scammers and imposter accounts. All right, so as I said, this is an energy reading for November. Remember, Scorpio, you know yourself, your life, your situation better than anyone else, so please trust yourself and your own intuition and guidance above anything else. Remember, you have free will, so if something comes out in the reading that you're not super happy with, you can always shift the energy, change the energy by changing how you engage with a person or a situation, and you can always change your perspective. Time is not real and it's not linear. The past, present, and future are happening simultaneously. So we shift the energy, we shift the opportunities and timelines depending on how we engage with others and the world around us and the decisions we make. All right, without further ado, thank you, angel spirits and guides. Please help me in pulling a clear and accurate reading for the Scorpio collective for the month of November. Thank you, angel spirits and guides, for helping me to pull a clear and accurate message. What messages does Scorpio need at this time, Spirit? What messages does Scorpio need to hear right now, Spirit? Thank you, angel spirits and guides, for helping me pull a clear and accurate reading for the Scorpio collective. Excuse me, y'all. I've had like a frog in my throat today. My allergies have been really bad. And I think it's triggering my asthma a bit. I might need to just hit my inhaler and show you. Anyways. Okay. All right, let me get the clarifying deck here before we get started. I've had a lot of trouble recording your reading, Scorpio. But I trust the timing. You know, everything happens for a reason. The message will reach you if and when it's meant to. All right. Spirit, why is the Three of Swords here for Scorpio? Thank you, Spirit. The moon in reverse has been kind of consistent for y'all, though. Why is the Seven of Cups here for Scorpio? Why is the Three of Wands here, Spirit, for Scorpio? Why is the Three of Wands here, Spirit? Why is the Five of Swords here, Spirit, for Scorpio? Why is the Five of Swords here, Spirit? And why is the Ace of Cups in reverse here, Spirit, for Scorpio? Okay, I'll probably pull some cards to go deeper, but let's start with what's here. All right, so November may start off with some really harsh truths, Scorpio. There may be some betrayal. There may be some uncovered lies. But overall, I think it feels as if November is starting off feeling very heavy, very dense. Disappointments, heartbreaks, betrayal, something has really broken your heart and let you down, right? But the one thing about once difficult truth is revealed, once someone who can't be trusted is exposed, then you know, right? And then you can start the process of healing and moving on. But it's clear that whatever this disappointment is, right? And you know, everybody is going to be different. This could be work, right? There are swords, there are wands, not a lot of pentacles, although there is some here at the end. There's also cups, and this is the Three of Swords. So this could be love. This could be relationships in general, right? How you deal with friends, family, coworkers, right? Like everybody's going to be different. So put yourself where you go. But whatever this disappointment is, whatever this letdown is, whatever this betrayal is, it's definitely making you feel like you can't trust yourself or your intuition. And something that is often missed when we go through trauma, when we go through heartbreak, when we go through disappointment in our lives, is that it's really easy and understandable and necessary, right? To, if somebody has betrayed you, lied to you, right? If they've pretended that they were someone you could trust when they aren't, if a job has, you know, promised you a promotion or a raise, but they keep, you know, they keep pushing the goalpost and making excuses, right? Whatever this disappointment is, it's important to point out, like, this person did that, or the company did this, or they lied, or, you know, whatever it was. It's important to identify when somebody has betrayed you and expose themselves for being somebody that you can't trust. But the real part, the difficult part of the healing is rebuilding our trust with ourselves. It's learning to trust ourselves again, because oftentimes there were red flags, there were encounters, there were situations, there were repeated patterns of someone or a situation or a company making it clear that they couldn't be trusted. And you may have, in your desire to see the best in people and to be loving and empathetic, may have overlooked red flags, may have overlooked disrespect, may have overlooked being taken advantage of, until, right, it's so obvious that you can't avoid it anymore. And identifying how and where and when we have betrayed ourselves, hurt ourselves, sabotaged ourselves, let ourselves down by refusing to see the truth because we wanted to believe that somebody or something was something it wasn't, to fulfill some story or some fantasy or what we wanted or hoped, right? That part of the healing takes a really long time, but it's absolutely necessary. And even though, like, the moon upright or reverse can mean very similar things, but it's like, right, even if there's a full moon, things are not 100% clear. But because of this betrayal, this exposure of somebody or something or a situation that isn't what you thought it was, you know, there's some shadow work that's going to be involved with regard to you identifying, Scorpio, how you may have missed certain red flags or signs, or how you may have allowed repeated disrespect and what that means, right? Like, what's the conditioning? What's the trauma? What is the pattern that you've been repeating over and over again, allowing people to show you more than once that they can't trust, that you can't trust them, but because you want them to be the love of your life. You want them to be your best friend. You want this to be the best job you ever had. You avoid seeing the truth because you've convinced yourself, your ego's convinced you that believing a comforting lie is better than a harsh truth, but that's just not. That's how we harm ourselves. So as this exposure happens, you're really going to be considering, what do you want? Who are you? How do you move forward? There are a lot of options ahead of you, and you may feel during the month of November, Scorpio, a bit confused. And I think it's important to remind ourselves regularly that if we don't know what to do, that's okay. Trust that when you are supposed to know what to do and when you need to make a decision, that you will know what to do. Don't try to force it. Sit with it, right? Journal about it, meditate about it, go to a tarot reader, whatever it is, right? It seems to me like it may be a struggle with you, right? First, you're rebuilding this trust after betrayal and identifying, you know, your own red flags, your own ways of being that put you in compromising positions. But you are afraid of moving forward with anything that's unstable, right? And so that may be a bit of a blockage for you, which is totally understandable, right? Love yourself through this process. You're definitely spending the time this month to really look out into the future, to think about, what do you want? Where do you want to go? Maybe this is considering moving or traveling potentially, or taking a job elsewhere outside of where you currently live. It is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So this time of contemplation is happening for your benefit. Like, things are being triggered, things are being disrupted, people and situations are being exposed for what they are, to help you better see forward through your fears, through some of the past betrayals and heartbreak, right? All of these things are happening to help give you clearer insight, and it's actually happening for you. It's happening to help you move forward into a new direction. Five of Swords, this is winning at all costs. And for me, especially with seeing this clarified by the Ace of Swords, you are being advised by the universe to understand that doing what's best for you, honoring yourself, honoring your boundaries, being clear in your communication, cutting people off when you need to, saying no to disrespect, saying no to people, places, and situations that aren't in alignment with you. It's going to hurt some people's feelings. It's going to make them mad at you. That your other people's feelings, what other people think and feel, is not your responsibility, Scorpio. You need to be clear in your communication. Once you get clear on who you are and you're like, I'm not putting up with this type of behavior from anybody. I don't care if it's family, friend, lover, work. Do it. Say it. Be about it, right? Don't talk about it. Be about it. Say what you need to say. Let the chips fall where they may. Now, there is some type of block in an offer. And it's interesting, it's clarified by the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups in reverse. And something I always like to remind individuals of, and you know, you may or may not be into astrology. I'm not an astrologer yet, but you know, learning about my birth chart and my placements has helped me tremendously in my own personal spiritual journey. And your Venus placement is a placement of like your values, your life purpose, relationships, love, romance, commitments, work, career. It's all interconnected. So what I see here is that there is some offer, some communication. This very well could be love. Oftentimes, you know, the Ace of Cups is associated with love. You can also see like these lily pads look like hearts. This is an overflowing of emotion. It could be an offer to start something new. It could be work related. It could be like somebody who has been this person that's betrayed you, that I don't know, right? Maybe somebody who's broken your heart wants to come back, but it's clarified by the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups in reverse. So for me, what I'm getting from this, Scorpio, is that there are people in your circle that you can't trust. They may have been holding back truths from you. They may prefer to see you in an unhealthy place. But if you focus on your stability, right, you mind your business and you let people expose themselves, you're going to be protected. And this also could be as well, right, when I was talking about the correlation, when you start to put in your boundaries, whatever this communication is, maybe it is new love, I don't know, may become an opportunity. But right now, any path forward in a new offer, I think, is being blocked because there are people in your life right now that really can't be trusted and do not want to see you win. And I think that November is really going to expose these people to you, and it's not going to be an easy process. But if you are willing to see the truth, again, it's happening for you. But there's something that somebody has been holding back from you. I don't know if it's related to this heartbreak. It could be somebody doing something behind your back, maybe people talking behind your back, maybe. Let's pull a few more cards to go a little bit deeper here for Scorpio. Yeah, you're going to be definitely thinking about the people and situations that have hurt you, that have not worked out, that have been emotionally unfulfilling, the people that have talked about you behind your back. This is another 3. I don't know if this is a third-party situation, like if you're dating somebody and they're secretly talking to somebody else, or they're talking mess about your relationship behind your back, or, you know, somebody you're dating is having an emotional affair. I don't know if this is 3 of your friends that are talking smack about you, or just generally speaking, people that are exposing themselves. And it's not going to be easy to process this. Take the time that you need to grieve, but realize that there are people, there are situations, right? You see this individual looking at these 3 spilt over cups. There's 2 cups behind this person that are full and ready, right? Take the time that you need to grieve and see things and people for who they are, Scorpio, but realize that the universe has other blessings and better people who are going to love you and respect you waiting for you still. And there are people in your circle that you can trust, but you may have been focused on these other people for some reason. You are strong, independent, right? Again, you're focused on your stability, on your money. That's great. You know, mind the business that pays you. If you need to cut people out and just focus on getting stable, focusing on self-care, right? This is a person that doesn't need anybody else. They have, you know, their money. They have all of their, you know, earthly possessions that they need to feel comfortable. And then the next card after that is literally the 10 of Pentacles. Focusing on yourself, Scorpio, loving on yourself, cutting out people, letting the cups fall, letting the chips fall where they may, when you're like, nope, I heard about you talking mess about me behind my back. I know I can't trust you. I'm done with that. I'm hurt by it. I'm going to express that in a, you know, in a really honest way with myself, with my therapist. I'm going to cry about it. I'm going to learn from it. And then I'm going to get back to business. I'm going to love myself through it. I'm going to, you know, get myself that facial or that, you know, massage. I'm going to do all of the self-care needs because I'm no longer taking any BS from anybody. I am clearly communicating about who I am, what I want, what I deserve, what my boundaries are, and that I'm not taking anybody's BS anymore. Scorpio is done being everybody else's punching bag. There are going to be people coming into your life as you get clear about who you are and you start cutting off people and situations that are not aligned, that are taking advantage of you. The universe is going to bring in or bring up, right, people that actually are here to help you, to collaborate with you, that want to see you win, that want to help you win, whether it is new friends or new projects or collaborations, or if these are friends and associates that you've had in your life that maybe you haven't thought of, and they start to come into your circle and they start to reach out to you and they want to work with you, right? Like cutting off people, Scorpio, despite how much time, energy, history is between you, if they're no good for you, they're no good for you, and continuing to engage with them is an energy suck on you, and it stops better, more aligned people from being manifested into your life. You have to let go of the old if you want something new and better. Rest. Rest is going to help you the most through this process. This is not going to be easy. And at times it may feel like everything is really overwhelming and you're like, why is this happening to me? And that's totally understandable. Like I said, love yourself through it. Do the things that you need to do to take care of yourself and to be stable, right? Grieve, cry, get angry, process it, but then remind yourself, you know what? I'm glad. Now I know who my real friends are. Now I know who I can trust, and now I know who's worth my time and who's not, and I'm done with the BS. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to pull a card from the Fairy Blessings Oracle to close it out. What final insights and advice do you have for Scorpio for November, Spirit? Two more cards. Just one, please. One more time. Kind of like a bigger deck, and sometimes that's a challenge for my tiny hands. I mean, they're not the tiniest, but anyways. Whoop! The whole deck. All right. The Blessing of the Unseelie. I love this card. It's very appropriate for you, Scorpio. All right. The fairy gift of following your true heart from the worthy rebels of the Unseelie court. The gift of the Unseelie is the gift of the rebellious one, the one who defies and who does not go with the flow. In fairy lore, the Unseelie are sometimes considered dangerous, but their blessing is this: you are not born to appease and to concede, Scorpio, to give way always before forces that consume and control. You were born to be free, Scorpio, to decide who you were meant to be for yourself. And the Unseelie's gift and blessing to you is that reminder. And this means that in this moment, there is something you must say no to. Say no to the forces that would ask you to do something that you feel is wrong. Say no to staying quiet when there is an injustice. Say no to going along, to getting along, and stand alone if you must in the renegade nature of the Unseelie. It is a strange gift, a weird blessing to be sure, but in its way, it is an energy of rebellion and courage and defiance that is not born of any desire to be unkind. In fact, it is born out of the desire to be kind to your truest self and to create space and room for you to breathe and be free. With this blessing, you will say no. You will take a stand. You will find a new path and be true to yourself. And while you may be called disruptive or difficult, know that these labels are only given when you can no longer be controlled. Do it for you, Scorpio. Sending you lots of blessings, and I will see you next time. Bye.